So today we are going to change the pace just a little bit, and we're going to move away from the strength and the conditioning exercises into a little bit of yoga. If you haven't received an invite, we do have free yoga at the park this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. at Nightdale Station, and we would love to see all of you. That class, just like this, is meant to kind of strengthen your foundation. So we're going to go through very, very basic poses. So today we're going to do Chaturanga or Crocodile, just because it requires a little strength in the upper body, but it's mostly issues with alignment that will keep you from doing those. So I'm going to show it real quick, and then I'm going to walk you through it with Colton actually doing it. So normally you'll start flowing into this pose from a down dog. So you're pushing the hips up in the air, pressing through the heels of the palms, trying to keep the back flat and kind of keeping the gaze in between the knees, and then slowly shifting the weight forward. I go a little past my hands so that my wrists are right now under my shoulders. And then as I lower the entire body at once, my elbows keep scraping the sides of my body. And then I lift into a tiny little bit of a cobra. So Colton is going to take place on the mat, and we're going to kind of look at the alignment that you may be having issues with. So right from this down dog, and notice everybody's down dog is a little different, so depending on how tight you are in the hamstrings, this might not be the easiest pose, but it's fine because we're going to move slowly away from it. Colton is going to start shifting the weight forward until he gets into a plank. And in that plank, he's tightening the stomach, he's pulling the shoulder blades together so his chest is pressing open and his glutes and his hamstrings are pretty tight. And then we're gonna make sure we're right on the toes here. The heels are not touching the floor because that will make it really hard on you. He's gonna shift forward just a tad more so that the elbows start going back and they come right to the ribs. So slowly lowering. And then as you drop, you lift into a tiny bit of a cobra, you flatten the feet, and the same thing for this. The height will only depend on how tight or how flexible you are in your back. Now push all the way back into a child's pose. Now we're gonna look at the things that might not be working right for you. So because you are very, very narrow, because the elbows are really, really close to your body, sometimes people go out wide with the hands, and that makes it a little harder. So you want to go ahead and almost go, yes. So maybe the fingers are turning outward, and that will help you, but not when you're that far out from the body. So slowly try to lower. See how he starts snaking in the center? There's a dip in the back. You don't want that. That will put a lot of strain in your back. Push back into child's pose again. Nice. Now, if the problem is that you can't hold your entire body weight on your toes, that's okay. The knee option is always there for you as long as the knees are behind the hips, not directly under. So we're gonna let him do this correctly. Belly tightens just like in a kneeling plank, and we're gonna start shifting forward just a little more so that the elbows automatically form a 90-degree angle. Beautiful. So that is your base pose, and it's okay if you go here. Push back, child's pose. And then last but not least, which is another base point here, back on the toes. People tend to leave their butt up in the air as they lower from the chest a lot. And so the alignment on the elbows is fine, they're really going close, but see what happens here? It's impossible not to collapse. There's no other way for him to drop on the rest of the body. So you want to be able to lower the whole body from shoulders to hips at the same time. If you have any questions, if you have any problems with this pose, please let us know in the comments and share so other people can figure it out too. See ya!
See ya.